Try again. Sorry about that, guys. Had the laptop shut down on me, so it kicked me out of Hangouts. I had to close the last stream and start again. Shit happens. No worries, Junior. I just feel sorry for Jerry and Cobra because I know they were in the middle of having a chat, so that really sucked. Jerry took over the show. Okay, Higanti. I'm going to put it in there quickly, mate. And then I'm going to take it out just as quick, so make sure you get it, buddy. Hope you got it. I just got to keep 2 windows open here to keep a track of who comes in. Yeah, I hope they come back too, Junior. It's always good to hear Jerry, and Terry is a good guy. Good speaker. Okay, we got Higanti. How you doing, buddy? I don't know if you want to turn your camera off or not.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, can hear you.
That's good. Very good.
So when you said you had some good rain up there, I'm guessing it was pretty heavy.
Yeah, we had a heavy storm come in about 8:30, 9 o'clock. Yeah.
Yeah,
Still drizzling now.
I know when in the territory when they say heavy rain, they mean heavy rain.
Oh yeah. Man, I rode through the heaviest storm the other night.
We've had it's pretty warm here. It's going to warm up as well, but it's not bad tonight, thankfully.
Yeah, summer in Adelaide's pretty good. The nights don't get too crazy, not like winter time.
Nah, well, I mean, summertime. Once you start getting those high 30s into the 40s, the nights can be pretty uncomfortable.
Yeah. When I was in Mildura, it used to get hotter and hotter and hotter after the sun went down.
Yeah, because the heat comes up off the road once the sun goes down. You get the heat coming out of the ground. A friend of mine was at Cadell, and he's got a temperature gauge under the veranda outside, and it hit 50. The day it was 44 or something up here, it hit 50 up there.
Yeah.
Up near Morgan.
Yep. Oh, yeah. It's a different world up there. I used to drill up at Beverly Uranium Mine.
Okay, yep.
Arcarola.
Yep.
Yeah, they were, I don't know what temperature it was really. I never really carried a temperature gauge around, but the weather forecast reckon it was like 44
Well, then it would have been at
every
least
day.
another, yeah, and it's probably another 5 degrees on top of that outside.
Easy.
I'd when I was working in construction for the state transport here, some of the guys that worked out on standardisation on the railway line, God, they would tell you some horror stories about the heat out there.
Oh, yeah.
And, used to talk
So
a lot
what
to
was the deal with that?
What's that?
When did it all become standard? The rail.
Well, hang on now. I joined in the 80s, and the guys, I reckon they must have done it in the 70s.
Oh, okay. Yep.
I mean, they made good money out there, living away allowance and that, but I don't envy them because they were pretty well living in railway carriages out there.
Yeah.
Imagine, that would have been like a sauna.
Oh. Yeah, no aircon.
Yeah.
No aircon. At least we could go home and get in our aircon donga.
Yeah. Yeah, they did it tough, that's for sure. I mean, we used to, everyone in every generation, I guess, whinges, but the guys that come before us always had it tougher, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. No doubt about it. Some of the old drilling logs were some of the artesian bores they drilled because, in the log it'd be like, oh, yeah, we spent this week collecting firewood for the boiler,
Jeez.
Took us 3 months to dig the shaft,
Shit.
because they never set up the mast. They dug a fucking shaft in the ground, and they used the shaft for their drilling rig. So once they struck artesian water, they get flooded out of their shaft.
Jesus. Yeah, I felt sorry for those guys because all those old fellas that I worked with, I was like in my early 20s, they would have been in their 50s then. But all of them at that point when they got to retirement, they probably lived about 6 months afterwards, mate, and they all died off pretty early after retirement. It was pretty sad, actually.
But they all drunk and smoked like fishes in them days.
Yeah, well, I talked to the guys I said that did the standardization, and it created a lot of alcoholics. I mean, all you had to do out there really was drink, and it got so hot, I guess. But some of the guys were telling stories of, remember, because everyone used to have the long necks. Remember that?
Yeah.
And in South Australia, I always remember the Southwark. But they reckon that the alcoholic guys would get pissed that night, but open a bottle and leave it next to the bed. So as soon as they got up in the morning, bang, down it went. Pretty full on.
Probably no refrigeration too.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine that, warm beer first thing in the morning. Jesus.
Oh. Yeah, that'd be good. And then having to do a hell of a job.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember talking to the thermite welders because out there, I mean, even here in Adelaide, you on a hot days you get the track buckles, and they have to make a cut, stretch it out, and then thermite weld it back together again. Jeez.
Yeah.
It's pretty hot work. It's not like you can wait. It's not like you can wait for a cool day to do it. You got to get the track back and up and running as soon as you can.
Yeah. Yeah, the good old days, eh? Yeah, I've travelled again from Alice to Darwin.
Okay.
Yeah, that was shit.
And yet, there's a lot of guys that love doing those railway trips, mate.
Yeah, I did it in the tourist lay down fucking seat, whatever, reclining seat.
Yeah.
Never do that.
No, a lot of guys get the sleepers.
You got to get a sleeper. You have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the GAN was a big one, and the Overland as well.
Yeah. But yeah, I didn't want to fork out for the cabin, man. It was horrendously expensive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What do you think?
I mean, I guess if you're interested in trains, you do it. But I mean, who wants to take 3 days to get somewhere when you can do it in a couple of hours in a plane?
Yeah. I was going north in a XD Falcon.
Oh shit!
And I overheated it and did the head gasket. So I chemi welded it up and got it to Alice. But instead of driving it all the way home, I waited around and caught the game.
Just put the car on the train.
Yeah, car and me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, she wouldn't have gone home otherwise.
Yeah. So I guess you're still getting yourself used to getting ready for working at nights.
Yeah, I'm sort of keeping myself in tune for working at nights. Stay awake all night and sleep all day. Great.
Yeah, I've been a bit like that lately. I've got to get out of that habit though. Next week I want to go out and because my passport ran out years ago, so I want to get a new passport. I want to get that next week.
Yeah, okay.
You can get ready to start planning some trips.
Yeah, for sure. Even if you throw your dog in a kennel, man, for a month or so, or just do a month's trip.
It's hard though because unless she knows somebody, she's very aggressive to people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's she can be a bitch, mate. We're gonna say she's female.
Yeah.
That's why I got to be careful with her at night. She's sleeping here on her bed now.
Yeah.
She's got a place at the back there where she can get out the yard, and I got to be worried about her, either bailing somebody up or attacking their dog. And Jesus,
Yeah.
and she likes to fight, this one.
Yeah.
So got to be worried about that.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't have any dogs in Australia anymore.
Look, it's I mean, I had the 3 living at home, and had a male, 2 females, and that was all good. But then all the shit went down, and she gave one dog away, which that I'll never forgive her for that. I'll fucking never. And then she put this one in the dog pound. So I was able to get her out, and I love my dogs, mate. And as much as she's holding me back at the moment, I really can't get rid of her. I've never gotten rid of a dog in my life.
Yeah.
And she's been through shit, so.
Yeah, they're good mates.
Yeah. Although,
yeah,
to be honest, she gives me the shits at times. I tell you, definitely.
Yeah, because she's so aggressive.
Yeah, well, it makes it hard.
I had a dog like that. Had a pit bull Sharpei, and yeah, he was real nasty. Got him second hand. He'd been tied up next to a laneway, having all the all the kids in Palmerston tease him,
Shit.
while his owners lived on the second floor and neglected him. And then I got him. And, he got to live inside then, wow. You know what, he went like that, and he just went super protective,
Yeah. Yep. Then that's the problem if you do get a dog kind of when they're a little bit older. You just don't know what's happened to them when they're younger. At least you did know, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew he was unstable. I never really knew how unstable he was until I went home in someone else's car.
Okay.
Yeah, holy dooly, man. He's trying to chew the bumper off it.
Shit. Actually, there's a YouTube clip of an American bulldog ripping the front bumper bar off a police car in the US.
Yeah. Yeah.
He tore it right off.
Yeah.
Hey, Lost, sorry about before. Laptop shut down, so lost the stream, mate. Sorry about that. But at least we got back on. We got Nathan on this time.
Yeah.
Lost Jerry and Cobra, but hopefully they'll see we're back on and might pop back in again. Cobra might be going to work at this time of the day. I'm not sure what time it is in France at the moment.
I think he's self-employed, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Lost. It wasn't a tech issue this time. It was the fact that the laptop overheated and it closed itself down.
Yeah, that's because you got an old laptop.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, what it is a young lad gave me the laptop to use. So beggars can't be choosers.
This is it. Yeah, I've got this cheap ass fucking, what is it, HP, but it doesn't have a hard drive in it. It's got a SSD card.
Oh, okay. Actually, this one's a HP too, I believe. Hewlett Packard. I mean, they're not too bad. But yeah, it's definitely a few years old. I'd say 2 or 3 years, maybe 3 years older.
It should be fine. They should normally last 5 to 7 years, something like that.
I think what the issue is it's probably got where the fan at the bottom is probably dusty as shit, and I need to open it up and clean the fan out. So
yeah.
I got to get off my lazy ass and do that.
Yeah, well, my last laptop that went shit on me, I totally dismantled it, just for fun.
Oh, yeah, at least you learn a little bit about it.
Yeah. But yeah, they're easy enough to pull apart and deal with.
I caught I don't know if you've seen earlier, Barry did a live stream, and you know what? He'll fucking never learn, man. He's got a girl, and she seems really nice, good-looking girl, and he's putting her on camera again.
Yeah, I know.
You know, some people just can't learn, mate. You know.
Yeah, well, I don't know. He's not going to survive. It's my prediction.
That's mine too. How you doing, Gene? Hey, sweetie. No, and you know, people had told him enough times about doing that. You know, my personal opinion is he wants to show off what he's got.
Well, you know what? He'd get away with it if he could only follow the advice and ignore everyone.
Yeah, well, I don't think that will happen, Nathan.
It ain't happening.
No, I don't think it will. It's like,
It won't integrate, you know.
I mean,
Integrate into the local ways, you know, the local food. Won't eat rice. Won't
yeah,
won't go into the lower class areas, you know, and get a place.
yeah,
Nothing wrong with these lower class areas, you know. You got to remember there's a community there that's about looking after their community, you know.
yeah. Well, like I said, he won't learn. Nah, Gene, I'm not sick. I'm all good. Roger, you lurker. Um, you know, like, you only got to, see a troll go in there, and they put their name as Bummer, and the guy nearly busts the blood vessel. You know.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
It is funny, but you think that by now he'd be used to it and be able to ignore it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Funny shit.
But he's been told enough times about putting his girlfriends on there, and I think, yeah, we're good, thanks, Gene. He's going to end up the same shit happening all over again.
Hi, sweet.
I tried to tell Focus, we were talking about it, and I know Focus wants to help him, and Focus is a decent guy, but at the end of the day, he won't listen. Focus seems to think he will, but
Yeah, Focus is lining him up with a place for like 7,000, I think it is. 7 or 8, yeah, whatever it is.
yeah.
But he needs to come down lower than that, right? You can go lower. You can go down to about 4, even 3.
Yeah, but the problem is,
But he won't go there.
exactly, he wants to live like someone that making $2,000 a month.
That's right. I had a place in Dermageddon. It was costing me 4,000. It was
Wow,
2-bedroom.
that's cool.
It's vacant at the moment, actually.
I mean, 2-bedroom be fine. He doesn't even need that, but that would leave him with so much more money to play with, but he expects to make money off of YouTube, and I don't know. I can see that falling apart.
Yeah, because you can't bank on that. It's not guaranteed.
Exactly. I'll tell you what I don't like, Roger, when he talks about content. I have no idea, Gene. I haven't seen her. The thing I hate is when he fucking runs a live stream and he's sleeping. And he talks about having good content.
Yeah.
Someone,
watching TV.
yeah, explain to me where that's good content.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know that the only reason he does that is he's trying to get views to get AdSense from his channel.
That's right. So he actually needs some decent content.
That's right, yeah, but it's not.
It's not. I told him I'd sponsor him to go for a trip in a jeepney somewhere.
Yeah. What did he
But
say?
he just laughed at that idea.
Well, there you go. Look, there's that would make good content. Like you said, it gets sponsored, so it costs him nothing. I mean, he's too ignorant.
So he needs to be riding around in jeepneys and tricycles. He needs to get down to the local level, right? And then he could live there for the rest of his life.
Yeah, but like we both know that he doesn't want to do that.
that would be good content in itself.
Yeah. Yep. And we've spoken to this before. People would like to see how you make it on, very little over there. But
Yeah.
it's not going to happen. I might be Gene, but yeah, the camera's not going on, so you won't know.
Yeah, I was seeing your mug, Thunder. You're not as ugly as what you think.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm pretty bad, mate. Lost. You know what? Dead right. Exactly. Lost just wrote. He could have great content on how to live at a very low budget, but instead he's going to always be an ass. And I think you're right. I think you're dead right.
Yeah.
And I can't see him changing. But I could be wrong, and I hope I am. But I think, like you said, I think it's all going to crash and burn eventually, anyway. And to be honest with you, I know people are been hammering him about the going out of the country for his visa run. I doubt that happened myself. Not with the money he's been paying for rent and that.
I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, Lost. There you go. Lost just said, I haven't been wrong about him in over 2 years. Yeah. The only thing I really disagree with is, the guys have a problem with him, and that's fine. But say what you have to say, and then just leave it. But some guys haven't been able to leave it alone. I got shorts on, Gene. People seem to be surprised about that, Nathan. When I was talking to Focus about that the other day, because I said, "Oh, don't you just walk around in shorts over there because it's so hot in his house?" And he said, "No, I got my daughter and that." But here in Australia, as you know, every guy walks around just in shorts in their own home.
Yeah, mate, I don't put clothes on until I have to go walk out the door. What's the point, I don't need to put them on. It's not cold.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Lost. That's right. You don't like, you don't watch, and that's what I've done now. I just don't watch. And I got really pissed off with him on the day when him and Focus were partying in Davao, and Jerry was on there, and Jerry just made a little joke, and Barry blocked him off the channel and called him a troll, and I said to Barry, "That's Jerry. He's just joking," and told me to kiss his ass, and that I was defending trolls. So, when I get over there, I'll give him the chance to tell me that to my face, and I'll knock his short little ass fuck to the ground, mate. And I won't be nice about it if he wants to be like that, because I don't think I defend trolls, and I wouldn't call Jerry a troll.
Jerry's not a troll.
No, not at all. No, Gene, I am not naked. Yeah, true, Lost. He ain't worth it. But hell, if he said it to my face, I tell you what, mate, I would throw quite a few body punches in there first just to make it hurt before knocking him out. But yeah, he ain't worth it, and it's not worth getting in trouble over there, I know. And I probably shouldn't say this shit anyway, but it just pissed me off that he told me to kiss his ass and that I'm defending trolls when everyone knows that Philippines-bound Jerry isn't a troll. and to him just to make a little joke and get thrown out the chat room, I thought was it was pathetic. Again, another incident of him being thin-skinned, but that was the last straw for me.
Yeah.
Joshua, how you doing? And definitely don't defend trolls. Yeah. And let's be honest, there's some guys out there who are actually funny, they're intelligent, and you can have a laugh about it. It's only the real nasty ones that you have to worry about.
Even the nasty ones can be pretty funny sometimes.
Yeah, but some guys cross that line.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to hear people talking about people's families and shit like that, and I don't want to see anyone dox people.
For sure.
Lost said, I don't do guilty by association, but sometimes you almost have to. Well, yeah, I don't know, Lost. I think this guilty by association. I don't want to pick friends for my friends. If I've got a friend, I don't care who they're friends with or who they're enemies with. I don't think it changes how I feel about them. It's not for me. I don't want people picking who my friends are, so I don't want to pick my friends' friends for them. Joshua, we're just talking about, we're talking about a certain person, but I don't really want to harp on it. And this guilty by association, I don't think that's really right. But yeah, best we get on something else, I think. Yeah, well, yeah, I understand that, Joshua. But I found out the hard way that you, when you're at your lowest point, that's when you find out who your real friends are. You really do.
For sure.
Some of the best friends I got that really helped me out when I was at my lowest were the guys I went to school with that I've kept in touch with,
So where'd you go to school, Thunder?
I went to a Catholic primary school, and then in high school I went to Moriata High School, which is about, I don't know, 5 minutes from Moriata Falls.
Where's that?
Up near Ross Trevor, that area at all?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. In Adelaide proper.
Yeah, well, it's up like east of the city, almost. Well, it's in the Adelaide foothills pretty well. Just hitting the Adelaide foothills.
Yeah. You're still basically in the city.
Yeah. I guess so.
You haven't travelled up the hill.
Well, it's like I said, it's right at the base of the foothills almost, the start of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to live down in the port.
Ah, okay, yeah. Yep.
I used to live right next door to the Buddhist temple on May Terrace in Ottawa.
Oh, wow. There's a pretty rough area in there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's great. Yeah, I don't mind that area. Nobody give a shit about anything,
Yeah, Joshua, I am lucky. We just those guys we hung out and remained hanging out through our 20s and 30s, and always kept in touch. They've turned out to be the best friends I've got. Probably my best friend at the moment is I've known since high school. He actually wants to go over to the Philippines with me, but oh man, I don't want to get arrested.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, he's a good guy, but if he met some of these guys that are here on YouTube and they acted like they do, my God, he'd hit first and ask questions later.
Yeah, but the thing is, you can get away with it over there. No one's going to give a flying fuck. You know that?
No, I didn't. I thought you'd get in a bit of shit over there.
No, don't be worried. If it's a foreigner going a foreigner, nothing's going to happen at all.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
Yeah.
different.
You're going to get in trouble if you beat up the locals, though.
Oh God, you don't want to be doing that. I mean,
No.
if it's anything like Thailand, I mean, I've seen some videos of Thailand where that shit's happened, and you end up with about 20 locals attacking you.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, you don't want to upset them.
And in Thailand, you got to worry about the Muay Thai fighters, mate.
Yeah, that's it. Pretty nasty.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's not so bad to outbox those guys, but I tell you what, mate, if those leg kicks, and I've got a mate whose son is a Muay Thai fighter here, and mate, they'll deaden your leg with one kick.
Yeah.
If you're not used to taking them, yeah, those leg kicks are deadly.
That's it. That's how that Stan the Man Longanides.
Yeah, I remember him. Yeah,
That's how come he was world champion all them times. He just kicked them in the same place. Just kicked them and kicked them and kicked them.
Oh, mate,
kicked their legs out.
Yeah, to the point they can't stand up.
That's it. Hi, Linda.
Hey, Linda. Yeah, well, there's been a couple of Australians that Muay Thai fighters that have been champions and done really well at it. But I do know that they've gone over to Thailand and pretty well live there and eat, sleep Thai, and
I reckon it's the music that makes them fight, though.
Oh, mate, it takes dedication. I mean, the training that's involved in any fighter, it doesn't give you time for much else.
Yeah.
You really don't, because when you're not in the gym, you're worried about what you're eating. You're still out running, and you can't do this, can't do that.
Yeah. But what about the music they play at the Muay Thai?
Well, yeah. Sometimes, I mean, and the headgear they wear, the traditional headgear they wear into the ring, and
Yeah. Because they sit around and think about it for a while, don't they, before they have a fight?
yeah. Let's have a look. Aren't those two giant guys from Australia there in a lot of martial arts movies? I'm not sure, Joshua. I'm not sure who you're talking about.
Neither me. I don't watch much martial arts movies.
No, I haven't for a while, but I like Jackie Chan. I really do like Jackie Chan and the other guy, Jet Li.
Yeah. Jackie
Um,
Chan's pretty funny.
Yeah, Forbidden Kingdom. That was a brilliant movie. I love that. But it was based on the that legend of King Monkey. So I always loved monkey magic.
Oh, cool. Actually, normally I don't go for kung fu movies, and I was in the Philippines there, and the missus had a heap of movies on a stick, and bugger it, I'll stick this Kung Fu Hustle on. Fuck me, mate. That
Funny.
is so funny. Fuck yeah.
No, Joshua, I've never seen that one. But I like what's the one that Jackie Chan did with the black American actor? They do the cops. They did about 3 of them.
Yeah, they were good.
Chris Rock, was it? Chris Rock?
Yep.
They were hilarious. And the outtakes, if you watch the outtakes, were just simply brilliant. But yeah, Jackie Chan's brilliant. Rush Hour. Yeah, Rush Hour. They were
That's
great
it.
movies. Good movies, really good movies. I remember they at the end of Rush Hour 2, they did the outtakes, and as one guy flies off the building, they look around at each other, and I can't remember who was it, Jackie Chan or Chris Rock turned around to the other one and said, "Well, he won't be in Rush Hour 3." But and then they were doing a scene, and Chris Rock's phone rings, and he goes to answer it, and Jackie Chan gets the phone off of him and goes, "Hey, you know we make a movie?" It's just hilarious.
Yeah.
But I can remember Jackie Chan as a kid. I don't know if you remember this one, Nathan, but he did a movie called The Big Brawl. I don't know if you remember
No.
that one. That was an old
No.
one. He was only a kid back then.
Mm.
Yeah, that's right, Linda. It was the airport scene with the phone. Chris Rock's phone rings and Jackie Chan gets hold of it and goes, "You know we make a movie?" That was hilarious. Drunken
That one,
Master 2 was good.
that movie with Brandon Lee, and I think is it Dolph Lundgren?
The Crow?
Uh, Big Trouble in Little China or something silly like that.
A Big Trouble in Little China. That was Kurt Russell, I think.
I don't know. There's one scene there, fucking when they're fucking talking about their dick size.
Oh, Jesus.
We don't get out of this. I've got to say, you've got the biggest dick I've ever seen. Something stupid like that.
Jesus. Yeah, it was Kurt Russell in Big Trouble in Little China, yeah. Bruce Lee was great. I like the Bruce Lee movies. Enter the Dragon was sensational, and just one of those guys who died way too early.
Yeah, definitely.
I think 33 years old or something like that. But I enjoyed his movies. They were always good. A lot of people don't realise too, he, as good a striker he was, he actually did grappling as well. He was probably one of the first mixed martial artists.
Yeah, okay.
So he'd actually learnt to grapple as well. So when people say that he wouldn't last in the MMA fight, well, that's bullshit, because he knew how to grapple as well.
Yeah, well, to start with, you'd have to fucking get hold of him to grapple him.
Oh, how quick was the guy? Do you know what I mean? Like, the guy, and he was very light on his feet. So,
Yeah.
and had a lot of power. And I've seen some demonstrations of the power in his punches. I mean, yeah, Roger. Yeah, there was supposed to be a blank, but it was a real bullet in there, and he got shot. That was really strange. I don't know how the hell that happens on a movie set. He was badass, Joshua. He really was. But if you ever get a chance, Haganti, check out Forbidden Kingdom. You'll like it.
Yeah, okay.
It's got its funny moments. It's actually Jet Li and Jackie Chan together.
Cool.
But it's based on the King Monkey legend, Monkey Magic.
Well, I've got to see it now.
Yeah, it's based on that.
Yeah,
It's hilarious, but good movie.
yeah. Oh, monkey.
Yeah, King Monkey.
Mon-
And Pigsy, you idiot! Bang, 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 bang. Start smacking into him. You'd never get programs like that anymore. Kick him while he was on the ground.
No.
Knock him to the ground. Start kicking him while he's on the ground. And then what was it that the priest would say some prayer, and next minute, ta, 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 ta.
Oh, Trippy Taka.
That's it, Tripitaka. Yeah, I like my sci-fi too, Joshua. I'll tell you a movie. You guys all know The Magnificent Seven, the Western.
Yeah.
That's actually, that is actually a remake of a Japanese movie called The Seven Samurai.
Okay.
It's the same thing, but these peasants hire 7 samurai to protect them from these bandits.
In the worlds before Monkey, primal chaos reigned. Heaven sought order, but the phoenix can fly only when its feathers are grown. The four worlds formed again and yet again.
Your camera's not
endless
working.
eons wheeled and passed.
Oh, that's on my phone.
Time and the pure essences of heaven, the moisture of the earth, the powers of the sun and the moon, all worked upon a certain rock, old as creation. And it became magically fertile. That first egg was named Thought. Tathagata Buddha, the father Buddha, said, "With our thoughts, we make the world." Elemental forces caused the egg to hatch. From it then came a stone monkey. The nature of monkey was irrepressible.
That was a great show. I used to love coming home from work to watch that.
Yeah, that one and The Young Ones.
Yeah.
They were just two out there shows. Loved it. Yeah, Lost. Yeah, Seven Samurai was a great movie. Yeah, Joshua, you're right. A lot of movies are remakes, either from European movies or Asian movies. They Hollywood it. But I mean, I still love the original Magnificent Seven anyway. Great movie. But Seven Samurai was good too. I like that. Yeah, well, they stuck to. Are you still there?
Yeah.
Yeah. In the Forbidden Kingdom, they did stick to the monkey legend, so it pretty well is the same kind of monkey that you see in the TV series. The same sort of. They've kept to the same legend and all the rest of it. Yeah, it was funny. Good movie.
Yeah, well, that's Chinese mythology, big time.
Yep. Yeah, Lost. That's Tom Cruise, The Last Samurai. That was a good movie too. I think loosely based on actual events and that at a time when Japan was being taken over really by the Western. Samurai was being superseded by guys with guns. I guess the end of an era for Japan. They held out for a long time. I know that. They really did. They didn't want to become westernized, but unfortunately,
They learned real quick.
Well, it had to happen, didn't it? I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, Linda, that is a Tom Cruise movie, The Last Samurai. Well, yeah, that's right, Joshua. Technology eventually comes into it.
Yeah, the Japanese Navy absolutely destroyed the Russian Navy, in 1905.
Yeah, and really, America was very, very lucky to get the win at Midway Island and take out the carriers like they did. Otherwise, they would have had a hell of a time in the Pacific against them. But I do know that the Japanese, because there was an accord between the countries about battleships at the time. World War One, they were dreadnoughts, but they had an accord where they had to agree to their ships were made at a certain displacement, a certain size. But Japan had actually broken that with a couple of their battleships. They'd broken the rules, and I mean the Yamamoto was a huge battleship.
Yeah, that massive one they sunk. It was massive, but never really got to do anything. And
I think the Japanese sunk it itself, sunk it themselves because they didn't want anyone to get hold of it or something silly like that.
Yeah, well, it got a damaged rudder, so it was buggered. It couldn't do anything.
That's the you're talking about the German Bismarck.
No, the big Japanese bugger.
The Yamamoto. I didn't think the Yamamoto went down like that, but I know the Bismarck was took a torpedo to the rudder and sailed in circles. That's how the British were able to sink her in the end.
Yeah.
That was a massive ship. I mean, that destroyed the British flagship, the Hood. I think it was.
Any wonder?
Yeah.
Guys they had the guns.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Their guns were just superior, more accurate, more powerful, more everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the Hood went down pretty quickly. I think the Prince of Wales might have taken damage as well, but it got out of there, I believe. After that, it was a big hunt on for her, trying to find her, and I think it was one of those old biplanes that found her, and or a few of them, and one of them actually got a torpedo onto her rudder, and she was going around in circles, and the British fleet were able to get to her after that.
Yeah,
but there was a big hunt for that one to sink the Bismarck. There's actually a few good documentaries. Even a movie was made about it. If you like those sorts of movies, I don't mind them. I used to love the old westerns as well and the old war movies. But that's because I grew up with them on Saturday afternoons as a kid.
Yeah, I might have an old war movie.
Oh, yeah.
But when you look at them now, they're so crap, eh?
Well, yeah, now technology's changed how you see everything.
Yeah. I tell you, they got some pretty different programming in Minden now.
Well, I've never seen it, but I got told they're right into Korean drama.
Yes. So much so that this little kid knows freaking a fair bit of Korean that I know in Davao.
Jesus.
It's like freaking 8 years old, man, and he knows, and he picked it all up from watching fucking Korean soapies.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, the Korean soapies. That's what they would love over there for some reason. I don't know why, but
I'm not sure either because we've got a language barrier going on.
To be honest with you, I don't like soapies at all, really. Not my thing.
Especially the Filipino soapies. My God, they're like extra strength terrible.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
Well, never got Jerry back.
No.
Yeah, Roger, he probably was. I mean, at the time when the Bismarck was built, there was nothing like her. I can remember making models of the Bismarck when I was a kid. The Bismarck, the Tirpitz.
Yeah, we're lucky we're not speaking German nowadays, actually.
Yeah, well, we can, I guess, thank two things for that. One, that he attacked Russia, and
That's it.
and two, that the Americans came in when they did.
Yeah,
I think the Americans coming into the war, their ability to to manufacture fast and so much, that I think even Admiral Yamamoto, when he hit Pearl Harbor, two things that stand out to me was, one, he said, "I fear we woken a sleeping giant," and the second one is he told the Emperor of Japan that we can fight them for 6 months, and if we can't beat them in 6 months, then we're going to lose.
yep, that's
because
right.
he knew the industrial might of America was just too great. And Japan had issues too. I mean, one of the reasons they had problems with America at the time was because of embargoes put on them by the US, and they didn't have the resources like other countries did.
That's right. It was oil.
Oil, and even steel. I mean, the iron. They were, before that, they were getting it off of Australia. We were selling it to them. That's why I think Bob Menzies was known as Pig Iron Bob.
Actually, I got an interesting story about that. There was this guy. He was, I just forget his name. Just say he was Bob Smith. Oh, Bob Smith, right? He was down around Tennant Creek, and he did a deal with the Germans. And I don't know quite how he did it, but he shipped a big mob of manganese out of Tennant Creek and sold it to the Germans.
Oh shit!
Yeah. And I had a friend who was called exactly the same name, and he wound up changing his name, because of this other guy.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, we were lucky in some ways because I mean, the Japanese would have definitely come down, and well, as we know, they did try. It was only the fact that MacArthur got kicked out of the Philippines, and he wanted to base himself in Australia to work his way back up there again. I think Western Australia became a base for their submarines, and Brisbane became a base for their warships.
Yeah, it was us that held them off at Kokoda.
Yeah, that was the Australians. Yeah.
Otherwise, they would have got a foothold into North Queensland.
That was some. I mean, that warfare would have been very similar, and probably worse actually than Vietnam, because it was jungle warfare, but it was jungle warfare up a mountainside. It was just walking in mud, and I've heard of guys doing that walk now and struggling. Really, really struggling.
Oh,
So
for sure.
imagine doing it with your gun and ammo and supplies. It would have been horrible. But that's not taking away anything from the guys on Iwo Jima and that. I mean, my God, the American losses on those islands, mate. Trying to jump onto a beach with machine guns just firing at you.
Yeah, I'm really not sure about that tactic at all.
No, it was like Gallipoli, wasn't it?
Why would you do it in broad daylight too?
Yeah, I guess the only difference from Gallipoli to what the Americans did is at least I guess the Americans overwhelmed them with numbers and were able to take those beaches in the end.
Yeah, that's it.
But yeah, I would not want to have been in that situation whatsoever.
Yeah. Their best weapon was the flamethrower, eh?
Yeah, I've seen. Do you remember there used to be a TV series called The World at War? I
Yep.
used to have the whole lot on a disc, and I've seen. I think it might have been Vietnam where they would use those flamethrowers, mate. And actually, it would have been World War II, I think. And you would see the Japanese come up from underneath the tunnels and shit, and on fire, and oh god, it would have been horrible. But again, at the same time, I wouldn't want to be wearing one of those flamethrowers and get shot, have that tank pierced.
Yeah. Josh is saying flamethrowers and shotguns, which are illegal now.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, well.
I can imagine the flamethrowers, the shotguns, is a bit surprising, but yeah. But I mean, I guess that statement, war is hell. I guess it's nothing's true ever been said,
Yeah. Just wait for the next one.
Well,
I truly believe they're building up to one.
I don't know, but it's become very impersonal. Like now, in war, you got guys that are dying who never see it coming. They're getting killed from someone who's pushing a button miles away.
Or flying a drone in another country.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Like those operators in the underground. And they just go to a little facility just outside of Perth. And they remotely control them and, however many machines that they can handle remotely.
Yeah. Well, look at the Tomahawk cruise missile, mate. Fire it off a ship off the coast, and my God, you never see it coming.
No. Yeah, well, this new Russian flipping thing, it's
What's that?
Changed. That new high-speed Russian missile.
I haven't heard about that one.
Yeah, they've got a hypersonic buddy thing that does like, I don't know, something crazy like Mach 10 or something nuts like that, Like nothing can shoot it down. It's just going that fast.
Jesus.
Russians have just publicly released it in the last few weeks, but there's been rumours of it around for quite a while.
Yeah. I guess they had to do something with the Patriot missile defense, I guess. But I know that the Americans have a destroyer with. I'm just trying to think of it's new technology, a new gun, like a rail gun.
Yes.
That's supposed to be pretty deadly.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that was the whole thing behind that computer game, Metal Gear Solid. Did you ever play that?
No.
Never heard about that. Yeah, the whole thing of the game was that they'd signed the ballistic missile treaty, but a rail gun is not a ballistic missile.
Yeah, that's a pretty deadly gun, that rail gun. But I mean, that's the shit we hear about, Hagandi. What have they got that we don't hear about? Yep. Definitely.
They're talking about launching spaceships with that railgun technology.
Shit. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, just make a big shaft down into the earth in a mountain or whatever. It doesn't even have to be a mountain. Just dig a great big shaft and fire them out with electromagnets.
The last thing I heard was NASA put out a contract, tender for contract for someone to build an elevator because they reckon that the cheapest way to do it would be to use an elevator system to get the rockets into space, and then because the biggest cost is the fuel used to get out of our atmosphere.
That's right. Yeah, I'm not quite too sure how they do that, but yeah.
Jesus, do you see what Lost just wrote?
Mm.
I'll use my penis to make that giant shaft. Oh, shit.
Yeah. You can go into the foundation business, mate.
Maybe he should be in the drilling business.
That's it.
Drilling bores.
Foundations for buildings.
What's going on? No trolls, mate. I don't have any thumbs down.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Hey, Gene. How you
Too
doing?
late? Too late or too early?
Well, I believe Gypsy and Bobo were doing a live stream.
Yeah, they were. I was listening to it, interacting a little bit, but they were completely ignoring me.
Yeah. Look, like maybe, I don't know what sort of guys they're like, but just from the way they carry on, they can't be all that nice. Yeah.
Nah.
And I can tell you that Go-Go Bobo is a house husband. I do know that.
Yeah. Yeah, delusional them too, eh?
Yeah, they are. They and they get pissed off, mate, when they can't control a situation.
Yeah.
I know that really annoys Go-Go.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen him now get on a couple of live streams canning me, saying that because I haven't been to the Philippines, I shouldn't be part of these live streams, and I shouldn't be able to be here talking about it. Topics anything, Gene. And then he's a mind reader, obviously, because he said that I have no intentions of going there.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, he's obviously desperate for fucking just to discredit me. But at the end of the day, mate, I think I've got a lot more credibility than he has.
Yeah. Oh, crikey. You know that Cheap Charlie guy?
He's lost the plot, hasn't he?
Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. He had the stream going tonight, man. He was waste.
I heard a little bit, mate, slurring his words, and I bet she's going to regret putting that one up.
I reckon he'll take that down. He was hammered.
Yeah, he put out some good videos, especially the when he was in Thailand about the hotels and prices and things like that, and showing you inside. But he's lost the plot now. I think his drinking's got the better of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were sort of hinting that he was in Japan.
Nah, he's back in the States.
Yeah, okay. Just on the beer he was drinking.
Yeah, no, he's still back in the US as far as I know.
Yeah, okay. He did a stream a week ago, man. It was like he was in a dungeon.
He was in the wardrobe. He
Yeah.
did that. He was sitting in the wardrobe with a hat and sunglasses doing a live stream.
Exactly.
He's not. There's something wrong with that boy. I mean, he's not all there. I don't know if you've ever seen his attempts to pick up women. I mean, my God. He's got no game whatsoever.
Oh, he's a shocker.
Yeah. But I tell you what, give him credit where credit's due. He sure as hell made something out of that channel. I mean,
Yeah, he did.
he'd have over 100,000 subs, and I know he was making good money from Patreon and shit. So,
Yeah, he did well, for sure.
but he did everything the right way. He ignored the trolls and just kept on doing his own thing. Never seemed flustered about it.
Yep.
And someone mentioned that the other day, actually, if you look at the successful vloggers, they just ignore all that shit.
That's it. They ignore it. But unfortunately, a lot of the successful bloggers are terrible.
Some of them are, yeah. Some of them are.
It's shocking.
But I guess, there's a lot of people out there, and you only have to get a small percentage of the market that's out there, and you've got yourself a decent channel, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, there's one thing you would have seen a little while over the last year or so. There's like that primitive technology videos.
Primitive technology. Oh, as you mean like the documentaries?
Oh, no, just these lads in Cambodia, Indonesia, what have you, building these little women
Oh, the
huts
snake.
and
I've seen the snake trap.
yeah, snake traps and fucking
Fishing.
making little dams, putting crocodiles in the dam and building little houses in the bush and forging iron and all that sort of shit. Well, that's gone completely bonkers, that genre, eh?
Yeah.
Completely.
I've seen a really hot Cambodian girl in bikini doing fishing, mate, and mate, she gets lots of views. Yeah, there is successful bloggers out
Exactly.
there. There is successful bloggers out there. We're not denying that, Joshua. Definitely, there is some successful ones. And yeah, you do have to ignore the trolls and haters. That's what we were saying. The successful ones do that. Yeah. It's the guys who what's the word? I guess thin-skinned are the ones that just their channel suffers for it. Yeah, maybe WWE.
Jerry's back.
Yeah, you can troll me anytime, Jerry.
Because you're a troll, Jerry.
Oh shit. Yeah. White American and expat. A lot of times I subscribe to channels that because I want to find out about something or interested in something. I'll tell you what, if you're a tech head and you like new technology and you like looking at hot girls, check out Sexy Cyborg. Hey Sam, how you doing? She's a Chinese vlogger and hot as, big fake boobs, but she's hot as, and she does her own channel. You start wrestling Crocs for views? I don't think so. But I think you guys would like watching her. She deals with all new technology and reviews products. I think the last one I seen was a suitcase that you wear a little a little armband around your wrist, and the suitcase follows you around. You don't have to carry it around. It drives itself and it follows you.
Wow.
But yeah, if you want to check her out, Sexy Cyborg, really good for the tech. If you like high tech stuff, she's always reviewing high tech stuff.
I didn't look at the video, but I seen a video she put out a while back complaining about getting demonetized on some
Patreon,
platform.
I think, wasn't it? Might have been Patreon.
Yeah, and somebody else demonetized her.
She wears the craziest clothes. But
Oh man,
at the end of the day, as much as some guys just watch her because of how she looks, her reviews are pretty good. She does do some really good reviews. I said the suitcase one was incredible. Just put this thing around your wrist, and the suitcase follows you around. Which, when you think about it, it's a great idea, not having to cart your suitcase around.
Mate, I think I've found the ultimate freak though on YouTube,
Sorry?
I think I might have found the ultimate freak on YouTube.
Oh, who's that?
Jesus.
Jesus. Oh.
I'm fucking not kidding, mate. His channel is called Jesus Christ, right?
Yeah.
And he's running around.
Hey,
Fucking.
everything's gonna be okay.
Hang on.
I promise.
Just have to be careful for the
I'll put-
copyright, because I don't want those trolls to strike the channel.
Yeah, I'm just getting the link.
Because I've only got the one account, so
To strike the channel.
Okay.
I heard that.
There you go. I'll put a link in the fucking chat. Have a fucking go at this cunt.
I'll have to have a look. There's another one too. DNC, Dick Insider gave me one to look at. About this lady in the US that she lives next to this redneck hillbilly type woman, and oh my god,
Yeah, I'm sub to that. That's fucking mad, Billy.
yes,
Oh
my god, this is scary. That guy looks like me when I had my long hair. That's a worry.
But
Oh,
yeah,
Jesus, I don't want to look at that anymore. It's scary. That scared
Jesus.
me.
But yeah, just remember it. Look into his channel, and then look at the last and the second to last video he's done, mate.
Oh my
His
god.
parents have disowned him. His wife's divorced him. He's going through a custody battle, right? He's begging for money so he can get lawyers and whatever. But he's like making a mega fortune, man, on Patreon, and he's got this website where you send him $10 for a prayer.
My god.
My God.
What's that
You know,
saying? What's that saying we have here, Nathan? There's one born every day.
Yeah. Oh man.
But that Billy, I mean, I've seen. I don't know how many you've seen of theirs. The one day she's trying to attack the drone.
Yeah.
She is off her rocker. But
She's the kind of girlfriend I imagine Barmer with in America.
the the only thing I don't like about it is that the woman who takes the videos is really kind of exploiting her.
Yeah. Well, I don't know that she's made any money off it yet because her channel's only sort of new.
Well,
Not sure whether she.
She must be, because she's offered that Billy money.
Yeah, she's offered her money, but I don't think she's monetized yet, or she's taken advantage of it properly yet. But she should. She's mad if she doesn't.
Yeah.
Billy's a star.
Which one, Joshua? Which one's fake?
What's that, Billy? It's all orchestrated.
I'm not sure. I don't think it is, but
I don't think so. It could be though,
yeah.
because what's his name? Trent from Punchy. That's he's an actor, eh?
That was hilarious, man.
Oh yeah. Fuck
That
yeah.
that was hilarious. But that's pretty old too. That's gone back a long time when I
Yeah.
looked at that. I think it was you put me onto it.
Oh no, I don't think it was me. It was someone
Okay.
else.
I thought it was you
Yeah.
put me onto that.
Yeah. Let's go down to Lidcombe Station, do Max Doughies, mate. Yeah. Sick.
Jesus.
Mum's a dickhead.
That was full on. But I guess it's like anything. I mean, look at Jackass. Look what they did, man. They became millionaires overnight pretty well, didn't they?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Any wonder though, they did some out there shit, man.
Yeah. And then they did that bum fights. Remember that?
Yep.
That was terrible.
I like the one where Jackass gets on their mini bikes, right? And they make up a course, and then they have a table with someone pouring glasses of beer. So every lap, they have to pull into this table and scull a glass of beer. Awesome, man.
Jesus.
I'd love to do that in real life, eh? It'd be wicked.
Jesus. Yeah, but they did some really sick shit too. I seen the one where they went into a doctor's office with the guy put a Matchbox car into a condom and then stuck it up his ass.
Yeah, yeah.
It was pretty gross.
Yeah, when he crapped in the crapper in the shop.
Yeah. I seen that. It was pretty. I mean, some of it was just too outrageous for me, but
Yeah.
but I said, they become instant millionaires pretty well overnight.
That's it. When they got shot by that buddy, that
Oh, the beanbag gun.
yeah, the beanbag guns thing. They put it in front of embassies and whatever. It's like a wall that shoots fucking balls at you. That caned them, man.
Yeah, I've seen that, and I've seen them taser themselves, and
Yeah.
they were crazy as.
Actually, they shot my mate up with rubber bullets up here, eh?
Gee, they can kill those rubber bullets.
Mate, they put the biggest bruises on him, man. Like,
Yeah.
wow. Oh, yeah. I reckon if they hit you in the head, they'd kill you.
Yeah. Yeah, they're supposed to be non-lethal, but that's not true. Not with those things.
Not with them things, man. If they hit you in the right part of the head, you'd be finished.
Yeah, shit, yeah. Yeah,
Actually,
Joshua.
there's one I never got into too much. That was Dirty Sanchez.
Yeah, I can't say, I've seen that one, but I have heard of it.
Yeah. Watched a little bit of it.
Just take over for a minute, Bagatti. I've just got to go visit the CR, as they call it.
No worries. The comfort room.
Yeah, that's it. I'll be back in a minute.
No worries. Yeah. Yeah, Joshua. You don't want to be hit by a rubber bullet, mate. I had a Spanish mate who was in the National Guard. And yeah, they got ordered to shoot up this crowd of protesters. And yeah, he was really perplexed about it for years afterwards, having to shoot his fellow citizens. Yeah. Yeah, some of them comfort rooms, mate, are not too comfortable. Some of them are downright scary. But it's pretty funny. Pretty funny when you go into the toilet, there's some chicks coming out, and you go in and there's footprints on the woman on the rim of the woman toilet. And you think to yourself, how do you do that? Yeah, these ones didn't penetrate my mate. He never got penetrated, but he would have had a 4-inch blooming bruise and bump on his back, black and blue. You still in the chat, Samuel? So what did Michael kick out Jerry, did he? Yeah, I can't imagine, Joshua. Yeah, I'm not sure how far my mate got away from the cops, but I know he was running away. That's why they shot him. It's Nathan, Samuel. Okay, Jerry was dissing Michael, was he? Yeah. Doesn't work on Michael's channel. You can't even have a difference of opinion politely. Oh, okay. Michael was dissing him. Poor Jerry. Wouldn't worry Jerry, though. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm blocked now. I called Fauzi an amateur with his backhoe because he was doing amateurish things. And I got blocked. Falzio's in another world. Good on him. Yeah, I did, Linda. I seen you there, so I pushed the button. Well, you never know. He might have some troll accounts. I don't have any troll accounts. I have to wait for Thunder to come back, sweet.
Sorry about that. Dog wanted to go out, and then while she was out, I went and cut myself some cheese and pepperoni to.
Yeah. Sweet wants a link.
What's she doing? I just thought I seen her start a live stream not long ago.
She reckoned it didn't work, huh? She does that a bit. She tries to get them going, but they just can't get going for some reason. I don't know.
I think because where she is, bad internet connection.
Should be good internet connection where she is in Dubai.
Who was talking about it earlier? In the last stream, I don't know if it was Jerry or Terry. I mean, it might have been Jerry. Was saying they knew someone over there, and they were having issues getting different apps to work over there.
Ah, yeah, it was Cobra.
Oh, yeah.
He's talking about Skype not working and it.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, well, they've probably got a big firewall going, like China, controlling their citizens.
Yeah, yes, Gene. That's all right, Sam. Jerry's allowed to troll. Jerry's a good guy. Sorry, guys, sort of eating at the moment. What, sweet? I got no idea what you're trying to say. Yeah, I don't know, Joshua.
Actually, YouTube's gone a bit screwy tonight too.
Has it?
Yeah,
Maybe they're doing updates or something.
I don't know.
Well, what's been happening?
Just Gypsy had a chat going, but it wasn't in my subscription box.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't visible.
I reckon you should be thankful.
Yeah.
Michael who? Sam, who was Who?
Fazio.
Michael Fazio was giving Jerry a hard time.
Yeah.
Why? Jerry's a good guy. I don't really hear. Jerry's not someone that gets on there and hammers other people. Not for nothing, anyway. I never watched Michael Fazio, so I don't really know what he's like.
Oh, he's good entertainment, eh?
I know Havoc talks to him.
Yeah, Havoc goes on there. Havoc's got a wrench and everything.
They talk on the phone to each other.
Yeah. Holy crap.
And he said their wives are friends too.
Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Birds of a feather flock together, eh?
Yeah, I guess. I don't really know Michael Fazio. I'm not sub to him or anything. I'm not sure if I've ever even seen. I may have seen one of his vlogs, but I'm not really sure. I can't recall.
He's tamed down a lot now, eh? Compared to like 2013, before he actually came to the Philippines, man, he was completely out of control. And I think I know why, because I heard sort of like along the lines over the years that he had several properties that he borrowed money on. And then Obama came along and screwed the whole economy. And he wound up doing a heap of dough and losing some properties.
Okay.
So that's why he's so turned on about Obama.
I mean, they talk about Obama a lot, but Obama inherited a lot of problems. People don't realize that.
That's right. It's the ebb and flow of women, the stock market and business, and what's going on, and lots of things are in the pipeline that have been happening years before Obama came along.
That's right. Because what happens is a lot of things don't get to happen until a few years later. They don't realize that.
That's it. Yeah.
But I noticed that lots of the guys on YouTube, and I mean lots, I'd say 99% of them all seem to hate Democrats.
Yeah.
They don't like liberals whatsoever.
It's funny, eh?
It is funny, yeah.
And then they wonder why they're poor, and there's no trickle down.
Well, yeah, it's like
mind you, it doesn't matter. If voting could do anything, they'd make it illegal.
do you just want to time out Dick and Cider? Oh, I can't. He's got a wrench. Bastard.
That's it. It's Wankervision channel, Dick. It's stereo Wankervision.
Might be right, Dick and Cider. Okay, look. There it is. One more time. Try that Gene. I'm going to keep it in there for a few seconds and I'm taking it out. If you can't get that, I think that, can you see it was removed?
Yeah, it's out. Yep.
Yep. I just got to be careful because the pests are out.
Yeah.
That's the last of that cheese and pepperoni. I feel like cutting more now. It's nice.
Oh, yeah. Nothing better than a good bit of cheese.
Oh, yeah. I like the cheese, a bit of pepperoni and dry biscuits like saladas.
Yeah, that's the shit. Man, cheese is expensive in the Philippines, man. It's double price.
Oh, shit. I love my cheese too.
Yeah.
I like Bega. It's one of my favourite ones, Bega cheese.
Yeah, it's strong and bitey's all right.
I haven't tried that.
Yeah, I always go for the high-powered stuff. The mainland vintage, that's the best cheese on the market, in my opinion.
Yeah, I guess I'm a creature of habit. So I've liked Bega for a long time, and that's what I tend to just buy Bega when I'm go out shopping.
I don't do that. I like to test everything out, you know.
Well, before Bega, I used to eat the coon cheese. Remember, coon
Yep.
cheese?
Yep. Coon cheese is still around.
Yeah. I haven't had it for a long time because I just usually get the Bega. That's I go with what I know, I guess.
Uh,
But I like cheese.
Time for some prune juice, eh, Dick?
Why is that?
He's constipated.
I can't see that.
You can't read the chat.
Yeah, I got the chat in front of me. I can't see where
It's
you said
five up. 5 up from the bottom.
that. I just see trickle down was always a lie started by Reagan.
Okay. It hasn't come to you yet. See, because I'm looking at it on my mobile. So there's probably a delay, a big delay between.
Yeah, I'm going to refresh the page, I think.
Yeah, Lens. Blue cheese is the bomb, isn't it?
You guys are sick.
Yeah, man.
Eating something that's got mold in it. Jesus.
Yeah, blue cheese on toast.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
man.
Hey, Gunnar. How you doing, matey? No, I'm sorry, guys, but you can stick that blue cheese where the sun don't shine. I like Edam and Gouda. I like those cheeses. But nah, not the blue cheese, not for me.
Yeah, that's the ultimate tangy cheese.
But it's injected with bloody mold.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, oh my God.
The largest living organism on the planet is a mold.
Okay.
And it's a mold underneath this. Actually, there's a tree, which is a single organism as well, but the mold's bigger. I think that's how it goes.
Okay.
In America, there.
Hang on, June Carver. Okay, you don't have to like the guy, but don't attack him here. We don't need that. Lost. I don't think I've got your email, Lost. Yeah, I'm not big on the blue cheese, guys. Sorry. Do you have Lost the Nomad's email, Nathan?
Nah.
Oh, jeez. Look, Lost, I'm going to put it in the chat real quickly. Can you get it out of the chat? I'll put it in there for a few seconds. Try and nab it. Just let me know first if you can use it while it's in the chat. No, not even on a burger. Sorry, Joshua.
So, where do you spring from, June Carver?
Yeah, Lost. I can't email it to you from here unless.
I can't do it either.
Yeah, so I can put it in the chat for you, Lost. If you can use the link in the chat, just let me know if you can use the link in the chat, and then I'll put it in the chat for you. Yeah, I know, Gunner, but I can't do it. I can't do it from here. My email is on my phone, and I'm on my laptop at the moment. Well, June Carver, there's not much I can do about that, mate, and he's welcome here. So if you don't like him, just block him so you don't have to see what he says. That's the easiest way I can see it. But I don't want guys attacking each other on here.
Yeah, get over it, June. Try and work it out, mate.
Yeah, well, that's it. But the thing is, some people, no, you can go to his channel and block him so that you don't see what he says, June. Then you don't have to worry about seeing him at all. The thing is, and I understand this, some people are just never going to. What's June? If he's talking about the Frank that I'm thinking about, I wouldn't say that you're a Frank lover. I mean, you've been pretty honest about Frank, I thought.
Yeah. I like you, June, as much as I like Frank.
Okay, June, that's enough.
That's why you got the boot off Focus's show the other day. So who are you, June Carver?
Someone said, yeah, I'm reading the chat, Spice.
Yeah, troll.
I'm trying to give him a bit of leeway here.
Yeah, he's insulting us.
June, what's your issue? Really? I mean, we're trying to be fair to everybody here.
Yeah, that's right, Gunner. It's someone who won't use their real account.
Okay, no worries, Lost. Hang on. Well, I don't have an issue with June Carver, but I just don't want to see people getting attacked on here. If you don't like each other, that's all well and good. I understand that. You know, not everyone is going to like everybody.
Yeah, attack away. I couldn't give a flying fuck. I'll just laugh at your face.
How you doing, Lost?
Hey, what's happening?
No, not much, mate.
That's good. No, I'm doing good. I was got a little work to do. I'm done with the day.
You're in Texas, aren't you, Lost?
I am.
Yeah.
It actually turned out to be a nice day. It was kind of rainy and cold this morning. Now it's nothing but sunshine.
Nice. I see Nico was complaining it was cold in Florida, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, it can get cold in Florida, that's for sure. I used to live in Florida. Not too often, really you only get a couple months where it's kind of cold, but
Yes, I know. I know, Gene. And what I did is I removed the wrench. I'm still going to give him a chance, but if he makes inappropriate comments, the mods can remove it or remove him. They can time him out. I don't want people being attacked here. If you don't like someone, block them so you don't have to listen to them. There's no need to carry on. I think I gave him a fair chance. A little bit late, Gene. Gunner already got him. Now, I don't understand it. If you find you've got an issue with someone, tell them what the issue is, have your say, and then just let it go.
ignore if you don't like somebody.
Yeah, I agree.
This new online culture, it used to be if you didn't like something, you would just kind of move on, and now it's like I don't like it, I gotta listen and then commentate about everything I disagree with.
Yeah, yeah. I try to be pretty fair anyway. Lost. I give guys a little bit of leeway. Um,
I didn't see what he or she was posting, but also don't care.
it was just abusive shit towards. First off, to one person, and then suddenly we're all losers. So I don't know.
I'm a loser, baby.
Why don't you kill me? Isn't that song?
Yeah, but
That's
Beck,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, I put the link out. She said she couldn't get on. Jeez, that's old now. I didn't mind that song. I'm a loser, baby. Why don't you kill me? Oh shit.
Yeah, I had that album by Beck. That was actually a pretty good album.
Who was it by?
Beck is the guy's name. Pretty sure it's an English dude.
Back. Okay. Yeah.
Beck. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Beck. Beck. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You don't understand my Texas accent? Yeah. Actually, I don't even have a Texas accent. I'm not from here. I've only been living here 5 years.
Mate, talk about accents. I'm doing pretty good when I can understand that Cajun. He's got to ask him a question.
What's this? What's that?
Gene, for one, I don't have your email. 2, I can't because my email's on my phone. This live stream is on my laptop. So if you couldn't
Hey,
use, if you
Thunder,
couldn't,
why don't you create a different email real quick on your laptop so you can
yeah, I know I have to, but I haven't done it. But if you can't use the link in the chat, Gene, then I can't help you at the moment.
How come? I'm wondering how come people can't use the link in the chat. It's kind of weird.
If you're on a telephone, it'll just take you to Google Play Store.
No, actually, what it does first, this is the trick. What it do first, it'll bring up. You got to make sure Chrome is your default browser on your phone. If anybody ever has a problem with this, okay, make sure Chrome is your default browser. From there, you need to, when you click it, it's going to bring up like Chrome, and then that screen will go away and it'll bring the Hangouts. If you click your back button one time, it'll take you to where the Chrome link is at the top right, or my phone anyway, it's the top right, the little 3 buttons. You click on it and you can click open in Hangouts, and that'll bring you to the Hangout.
Yeah, Android phones don't have Chrome, do they?
No, well, you got to download it. You got to download it on there. I don't have Chrome. I had to download it on my phone. I have an Android.
Yeah. Okay. I've always had a hate for Chrome.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I personally don't care for Chrome, but I know in order, at least with my phone, I have to have it in order for Hangouts to properly work for me.
Yeah, because it's Google. But I've always liked, personally, I've always used Firefox.
Yeah, I'm with you. Firefox has been one of my favorites. Actually, since I've gotten my new computer a handful of months ago, I've been actually using Internet Explorer. I think that's what it is for Explorer, whatever the hell it's called, for the Microsoft one.
Yeah.
I'm actually liking it okay. They've I hadn't used it in so long. It used to be shit, so it looks like they've kind of, got it back up to decent standards now.
Yeah, I never liked Explorer, and I thought it was too intrusive. But I've always been a Firefox fan.
Yeah, me too. Talking about intrusive, Chrome has got to be the worst. Huh? Jesus.
Yeah, I agree. But that's Google for you, isn't it?
Yep.
They want to control everything. They want to know everything. Okay, what do we got here now? No, I don't support that, and you got no proof of that's true, June Carver, and you shouldn't be putting that stuff out there. Seriously.
Isn't June Carver? Isn't that the name? Oh, Jordan Carver. Never mind. Look up Jordan Carver, some super hot model in the UK, big old giant hootie hoos.
I don't know, but that's not the sort of shit you want to be putting out there, June Carver. We don't want that.
Yeah, you beat me to it, Linz. That's what I would have done to him. Right. Yeah.
You're on your last chance, June Carver.
Oh no. Linda, give it to him.
Yeah, I prefer you don't do that, Linda. If I'm gonna kick someone off the channel, I think that should be my choice. You guys just time them out, and after that, I'll do the kicking them out off the channel. But too late now. But I don't like those sorts of accusations. So, and he was warned. So that's.
What was the accusation?
To do with kids, mate.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Then you need to. He needs to go bye-bye.
Yeah, I think so. Nah, I think he was hidden, Sam, but that's fine. He was warned, but no, it wasn't right. But just if just use the timeout, and I'll do the banning off the channel if I have to. It's probably better that way. No, White American Expat, you're right. So it was probably the right thing to do in the end. Look. Oh, God. Well, you did have a choice, Lindy. You could have just timed him out and let me hide him, but it's all good. I'd prefer if I got the final say on banning people, but at the same time, I did tell him he was on his last warning. So, and what he did probably deserved it anyway. So he wasn't. I think these guys are right. He wasn't going to stop.
Yeah, she beat me to it because I would have done it. Screw him.
Yeah, Gunner, you're right. I know. But that'd be the last time. She can't get on now. I don't know. There's no other way of getting her on. Yeah, no worries, White American Expat. That's all good. I don't know why people have to do that shit. It's kind of silly. It really is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess you have to be a troll to know how they think, but
Let's not let this guy sour the mood.
Nah, that's right. True. Good point. We want to hear you sing again anyway, Lost.
Yeah, y'all don't want to hear me sing, that's for sure.
So you at work, mate?
I was. I'm driving in the car right now. I'm going to do a little running around and whatever before I head home. And
You might have enjoyed when I first started the stream, so I had to restart it. The title was AI. Should we be afraid of it?
yeah, I know when you initially started. I don't know if you started talking about it when you started re-streaming again. I kind of missed the first maybe 20 minutes, but excuse me. But yeah, I couldn't get on there. I was chiseling up floor tiles. I was making way too much noise to try to get on and talk at that point.
Yeah. It seems to be something that people are putting a bit of thought into at the moment because it's improving at such a fast rate. And I was watching.
Do you ever listen to Sam Harris?
Yes. Yeah.
I can't remember the guy's name. He had on there maybe 6 months or so ago talking about the whole AI thing. Man, it was a very interesting conversation.
Well, I heard Elon Musk talk about it to Joe Rogan, and
oh, yep, I heard that also. That was good, also.
Yeah, and he was saying that it'll get to a point where it becomes self-aware, and it will it advance itself like 10,000 years in a matter of a day or two.
Yeah, that's still a lot of speculation. I mean, it had to really become self-aware. I don't know if I'm not saying it'll never happen, but I mean, it is just a machine, and if we program it properly, that should never happen. But I mean, I like the whole sci-fi, the dilemmas it could create. I mean, that's very interesting, especially in a movie format.
Well, the scary thing I think is that what we've seen in movies 30, 40 years ago has come to pass. So I think it's very possible. It's not whether it's probable or not, I don't know, but I guess it's possible that AI could become self-aware.
Yeah, there is a possibility. You know, I'd like to watch all those Japanese animes. You
Yeah,
know, like especially Ghost in the Shell stuff. You know how you know you can move your consciousness throughout machines, and even machines can grow their own consciousness. I mean, all this stuff is truly fascinating to me, but I just find it hard to believe as the creator of something we can't, you know, program it properly to not disobey, if you will.
yeah, yeah, but nah, I think it is scary, you know, because it is improving at a very fast. Um, I mean, I mean, the thing is, AI is still in its infant stage, really.
Yeah,
Um,
I would agree with that.
but it is improving. I mean, I was talking about this earlier. You know, like at one time you get these plastic sex dolls. Now they're working on making um, them more human-like and actually able to have a conversation with
Oof,
you. And
that's still creepy, huh? I don't know if I'd
it
ever
is
want to have a sex
no,
with an inanimate object. I don't know. I don't care how hot you can make it. You know, I don't know if I want to bang
no,
something that's just well, the pun intended, robotic.
no. And you know they're working on that, and they're working on the other one. What is it? You know, when you put the goggles on and
Oh yeah, like VR type stuff.
yeah, virtual reality.
Yeah, maybe get me some virtual reality stuff. Like I'm looking at some porn star or whatever, but I have my wife blow me. I'm like,
Just going to mute myself and make myself a coffee.
just don't have
Yeah,
sex with it.
no worries, Nathan.
No, you know our you know, well, what we call AI, which is really not. I guess it's just in the true sense of the term, artificial intelligence, where it's not, you know, true intelligence, it's artificial. You know, it is fascinating, and you know, things are progressing. I mean, just in, you know, the past 20 years, look what we've done to automate things. You know, I mean, it's been pretty wild.
Yeah, well, Joe Rogan had a guy on his show that actually works in that field. He was very interesting to listen to. Um, oh, geez. Okay, hang on. Just got messages. Someone asked me if I'm busy. Yet they're just in the chat and they know I'm on a live stream.
The Thunder, are you busy?
Yeah, exactly. um, but the bit that did worry me, Lost, is this guy who works in that field. I mean, he's bright, uh, but he's almost oblivious to any dangers with it at all. I mean, he, in his own words, you know, he's there. We're so far away from anything like that, but the problem is they're aiming towards that, and it didn't seem to be a big deal.
Well, that's also why they're having all these people come together to hopefully, you know, anytime you create anything great, you know, there's always it can be used for probably good or evil. You know, nuclear power as an example. So yeah, I mean, we should definitely take caution in it. That's for sure.
Yeah, but I think the problem is scientists, they're so wrapped up in what they're doing, I don't think they look at the big picture. I think they get tunnel vision. You know, I mean, we can
Yeah,
see.
I don't disagree with it. When you get your mind focused on something, sometimes you know you're laser focused into what you're trying to get to. You're not paying attention to maybe all the different outcomes of something happening.
Well, you're so wrapped in getting your idea to work, you're not thinking about what it could bring about. You know, but like I said, the AI is still in its infant stage. But and I mean, what people don't realize, AI is already working. I mean, when you think of logarithms, the way the logarithms work, picking out things and cookies and shit like that. I mean, Google is one that will use the software to gather information on you. I mean, there's a type of AI involved in that. I just when I put the first topic up there, should we fear it? I mean, if you ask me the question, I don't really know. It's hard to answer at the moment because it is in its infant stage. I guess it really depends on how far they take it, and I guess that ultimate question: can it ever become self-aware? Is that a possibility?
I don't have the answer. I mean, it could be a possibility, but like I said, I think if it's something that's programmable, we can program it to, not. I mean, this isn't the comics or movies. This isn't Ultron or the movie Tron or the Matrix or whatever.
Yeah. How you doing, Heidi? How you doing?
But I did see that episode you're talking about with Joe Rogan and that guy talking about the AI, and that was pretty good. I like the way Joe Rogan brings up things, his fears. Like, what if it does?
Well,
Kind of
we
like the
talked about.
movies. Well, like, what if it does become where they realize that it maybe humans are the reason why the world going
Well,
haywire? We need to do something about that.
the thing I like about, yeah, sorry, Heidi. I was out the room there at one stage and then on another page looking at something. The thing about Joe Rogan, it's more than an interview, it's a conversation. You really are listening in on a conversation that he's having. Terry's back. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah. But and I think that's what makes it enjoyable. And to be totally honest, I like the way Joe Rogan thinks. He's no worries, Terry. He's a pretty grounded sort of fellow and very open-minded. You know, one of the great things about his show is he has people from all walks of life on there. Like I said, Randall Carlson is always. I've watched the ones with that, and actually the one with Carlson, Hancock, and Shermer. If you ever get to see that one, that was a brilliant one. Shermer being the skeptic, the other two, Carlson being a geologist, I think, and Hancock, the author on ancient civilizations. It was, yeah, really good.
Actually, after we talked about that, a handful of days ago, I went back and rewatched it. That was a really good episode.
Yeah, it was a really good. It went for over 3 hours. I think nearly 3.5 hours or something like that. But yeah, I would suggest anyone here if you if you've got a bit of time on your hands and you just want to sit back and listen to something, the Joe Rogan Experience, great show. And depending on what you like, he has all different. I think the ones he did with Neil deGrasse Tyson were really good too. But I think we spoke about that as well.
You know which one I listened to the other day? I hadn't got around to listen to any of it. Is that Leah Ramey, the one who broke free from Scientology?
Yes,
Man,
yeah.
I watched her and the Joe Rogan when she was on Joe Rogan months ago, man, and
I've seen that.
How crazy is that?
Yeah. I seen another guy actually that was involved in the show in that. I was going to say it's a cult, but he actually had to organise. Took him 6 months to organise to get him and his wife escape from it.
Yeah, it's that nuts, that joint.
Yeah, yeah, it is. To me, it's not a religion; it's a cult. Oh, BK's in here. I didn't even see. Hey, BK, how you doing? Yeah.
Hey, BK. What happened, BK? You ran out of stash like me.
Oh shit. I guess you don't really have a real good weather to grow it up there, do you, with the humidity? Unless,
Yeah, humidity is not a good time to have it in flower.
yeah,
But if you can start them now in the rain, and they'll just grow and grow and grow until the rain stops, and then they'll flower.
yeah. Well, it's usually the days getting shorter that will send them into flower.
That's
You
it.
can you can actually artificially do it by covering them up, put them in total darkness, and then every day for about 2 weeks, and that will bring them into flower as well.
Yeah. But yeah, get a couple of shots at it up here. Like the dry season is perfect if you can only get them to grow bigger, because the dry season is just perfect. But they get, because the sunshine's swimming, getting shorter and shorter and shorter all the way to June.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just go straight to flower. That's where the in-out comes in.
BK high on air now. What, do you got a tank of oxygen there, mate? Sucking on a tank of oxygen.
Let's go. Love is like oxygen.
The sweet.
You get too much, you get too high.
Not enough and you're gonna die.
Yeah, that's the one.
I used to love the sweet, man. Great band.
Yeah.
Old Ballroom Blitz, Fox on the Run, Action, Little Willie. They
Yeah.
had heaps of great hits. Most of them are dead now, you know that, don't you?
I didn't know, but it'd have to be. Crikey, that's old days, man.
Yeah, I think cancer got hit them a bit, and the singer was pretty well big drinker, but the singer is dead, the drummer is dead, and the lead guitarist I think died. So I think it's only the bassist that's left.
Oh, okay. You've kept up with them then. I don't even know who they are.
Well, Brian Connolly was the singer. The lead guitarist Andy Summer. No, that's Police. Andy something. The drummer was Mick somebody. Yep. The smugglers here, hide your chocolates. But that's like, do you remember the Cars?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, the lead singer, Benjamin. I know he died as well a few years ago now, but yeah, he passed away. The
Oh,
lead
did he really?
singer,
I didn't hear about that.
yeah, the lead singer from Boston, he died as well.
Guy from the Cars, he married that super hot supermodel at the time, Paulina something or another.
Yeah, well, there was
Back in the
two.
'80s, she was hot.
Yeah, there was two guys that really lead singers of the Cars. The dark-haired guy and the light-haired one. The light-haired guy that sang "Let's Go." He's the one, Benjamin, something he passed. Yeah, BK, we're not talking about you, buddy.
What?
What's the matter?
I'm reading Gunner's thing. Where
Suddenly
the
you
government
see.
won a case, jury ordered a certain 1% MCA to surrender their logo.
No, Gunner, I haven't heard that. Where was that? Was that in Australia or the US? I mean, they're now considered criminal entities here in Australia. Benjamin Orr. Thank you, Steve. That's the one. Benjamin Orr, yeah. Great singer. I mean, I used to love that song, Let's Go. That was a great song.
That's why they're all coming here, Thunder.
Why?
All the gangs are coming up to Darwin.
Oh, really? I knew the Hells Angels went up there 20 odd years ago. They took over another club up there.
Yeah, they took over the Blancs.
That's the one. Yeah, that's it. Yep, you got good memory. I couldn't remember the name.
And
Oh, well, Gunner must be. He's talking about a US gang. Wow. That's pretty hard when they ordering you to surrender your patch. I mean, wow, man. That where do they stop? I mean, if that's not an infringement. Okay, so what club was it, Gunner? I mean, we got Banditos, Angels, Mongols.
the Fanks. I think the Highway 61s have come over from New Zealand. The Mongrel Mob. The Filthy Few.
But to actually order a club to surrender their colours, I mean, that's pretty bad. No, don't worry about it, Samuel. He went too far. He was warned. Okay, yeah, all right, Gunner. No worries, buddy. Thanks. I will look that up. Well, you know, the silly thing is if they do this to the clubs, they'll just go underground, and you won't know who they are. At least when they're wearing patches, you know who they are. No worries, Sam.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they haven't
The
gone
guy was
underground.
really walking a thin line for quite a while. I don't know
Yeah.
what really happened with you two guys, but it doesn't need to be brought here. You know,
I basically had a repeat performance of
no,
what
Gunner,
happened.
I agree. At the end of the day, uh, the way I see it is that you're taking away people's freedoms and their rights, and that's what the general public don't understand. If they can do this to a club, they'll soon be doing it to the general public. You know, telling you who you can hang around with and who you can't hang around with. You know, it's
Yeah, well,
it's really Pandora's box.
it's a double use law that they're doing. They go sort of going after these bikies, I think, on purpose, so that
Yeah,
they can invoke
I hope
laws.
they fight it. Because they're really taking away people's freedom. So does that mean people in car clubs, they can do that to people in car clubs and things like that? And, you know, to be fair, not all clubs are outlaw clubs, you know.
Yeah, they're doing it to knock out protest.
Okay. That was obviously in the US, they done that chicken choker because, yeah, they came over here for a reason and, yeah, BK, it's probably a little bit extreme, but I guess at the end of the day, that's what it means. It's definitely wrong. No worries, Heidi. Thank you. Thanks for joining us. I hope you have a great day. You take care. No, he's not singing on here. Sorry, Gene, that's not going to happen. I've heard him sing.
Did you say you want me to sing again?
Thanks, Heidi.
I like big butts and I cannot lie.
BK's obviously got work.
Hey, Thunder, can you hear us?
Oh, geez, thanks, Gene.
Apparently he cannot.
No, you can't.
You can hear me,
going
right?
on here. I don't know what it is.
Thunder!
I can't hear you, Lost.
Thunder!
Can you hear Lost? Nathan?
Nah.
He can't hear us. It's weird. Hey, Gandhi, say something. See if I can still hear you, right?
Yeah, I'm just
Oh,
typing.
this is perfect. Let's talk really bad about him. You won't even know.
But can the chat hear us?
I don't know. I can't look at the chat. So if chat people, if y'all can hear us, let us know.
Okay.
Well, I don't even hear Thunder anymore, so I'm wondering if
What's going on?
Hey Thunder,
I
can
can
you hear
hear
us now?
Thunder. He can't hear me.
Yeah, I
But
guess
the
he
chat
can't hear us.
chat
Yeah.
can't hear Thunder either.
Oh, that's weird.
Sam reckons he can hear Thunder. Yeah. Yeah, these chats have been going weird lately, oh.
Okay. I can't hear Nathan or Lost. They seem to
And
be
we can
lost in the
hear,
background.
and we can hear Thunder.
Okay. I'm not sure why.
Thunder, if you don't give me a reply of yes or no, that means you like to eat Ladyboy Ding Ding.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give you to the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Thunder eats Ladyboy Ding Ding.
Hey, can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me, Thunder?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
I hear
Okay.
you. You hear me?
Yep, I can hear you, Lost.
Okay.
Yeah, back to
Wonder what
normal.
was going on there.
Okay. Well,
Weird, like a three-eyed fish.
That's it.
Oh man, there's a wreck up here.
When I worked at Beverly, that was on the cap on the Beverly Social Club. That three-eyed fish from The Simpsons.
Oh yeah.
BK, you can't hear me. Okay.
That's because BK's too high. BK done smoked himself death.
Oh, you seen it, Nathan? Have 300 seconds to think about it, BK. You can't hear me anyway. He'll be spewing right now. He'll be sitting there going, fuck stick, fuck stick, fuck stick.
Fuckity fuck, I'm the Belgianator. You can't block me. Don't time me out for 300 seconds.
Oh, yeah. He'll be going off like a Fruit Loop at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, once he hits the lose it button, BK, he can lose it, eh?
Yep.
Yeah.
But don't worry, I'll be hearing about this for a while. Geez, that was a quick 300 seconds, wasn't it? Oh, he's on his other. No, he's on his other. He's on his other account.
Exactly.
You sneaky bugger.
Camel deaf. Yeah. You need to go to English classes, BK.
Well, I got to hand it to you, BK. You're a tricky bugger. Oh, geez. What time you got over there now, Nathan? 6:03 a.m. here.
Yeah, it's 5 o'clock.
Oh, you don't have daylight saving over there?
No. Never have.
Well, that's why the hour difference then, because we got the daylight savings.
See, there's not much difference between our shortest and longest day.
Yeah.
Up near the tropics, so it sort of doesn't.
Well, I know that you're in our time zone, so it's just because of daylight savings that we got the hour difference.
I used to love when we were down the track and using satellite for TV. Daylight saving had come along, and then it'd mix up all the different states, so you could watch a program 3 times.
Oh,
You could watch
shit.
it in New South Wales, then you could watch it on Central Time, then you could watch it on WA time.
Jesus.
Great.
I guess it's good if you miss a show that you like.
Yeah. Or you could come halfway through it and then watch the front half of it later.
Yep. So what time do you usually crash out in the morning, Nathan?
I've been since I've been doing night shift, I've sort of got into the night shift mode.
So you go to bed about 8 o'clock, 8:30?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Get up in the afternoon about 2 or 3 o'clock.
Yeah. Problem is with me, my sleep's so messed up. I'm, lucky if I can get 5 hours sometimes.
Are you not working right now?
No. I when 3 years ago.
No, I remember you with your business or whatever. I didn't know if you were still
I'm thinking
situation, I guess.
Yeah, I I'd like to go away first and then maybe come back and I don't know, maybe just get some work in the construction sector or something like that, or some sort of job driving. I don't know. So I still
B
got
double license?
nah, just the MR.
Okay.
I mean, it wouldn't be hard to get it, but
I'm just looking at some jobs in Melbourne.
yeah.
B double. We've got a tunnel project going on there at the moment.
Is there a lot of
$50
work
an
in
hour,
Australia
mate.
right now? Easy to get jobs?
At the moment, construction Adelaide has gone up, Nathan. There's lots of construction work here in Adelaide at the moment. And I know that I had a friend of mine was living in Cairns, and there's plenty of work up there. And the company he's working for, they've still got a little bit of job, a little bit of work there in Cairns, and then they're going up to Port Douglas where they've got a bit of work.
Mate, it is dead here.
Yeah, I did hear that in Darwin has died out. But Adelaide at the moment in construction, it's a friend of mine actually is a gyp rocker. He was telling me they can't get enough guys at the moment.
Yep.
And about a year ago, there was hardly any work for them.
Yeah, no, the shops are really struggling up here at the moment.
Yeah.
The Darwin Mall has probably got better than 30% vacancies.
Shit. Oh,
That's
wow.
how bad it is. And there's new shopping centres being built here. And the feedback I'm getting through people is the shop owners are struggling like anything. And you're starting to see them drop like flies. There's
Wow.
closing doors.
Okay. Yeah, well, I did hear that. I mean, I knew that Darwin was a lot of mates of mine went up there because of lots of work, but I had heard that it was dying out there. So I don't know what if that's got anything to do with the mining industry going down, or I know the same happened in Western Australia. Once the price of minerals went down, they just close up the mines and wait for the prices to go back up again.
Well, what do you expect? You got to actually it started billion, but it's wound up as a $50 billion project. This gas train they've just put in.
Yep.
But the locals got bugger all out of it. Absolutely bugger all.
Jesus.
Yeah. All it did was mess our economy up. That's what it did.
Well,
as soon as that project come on, land values went up by 40%. Rents went up by 40%.
See, I heard talking to guys in Melbourne that were working construction there. They said there was plenty of work, but they were bringing in overseas workers. Which is just, to me, that's insane to be doing that.
Yeah, we've got shitloads of overseas workers here working the Scotland gas plant.
Yeah, to me, that's wrong, and that's a big issue with our government. But is
it they're bringing overseas workers for like construction jobs?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's one of the problems. What's happening in the States is these younger kids are they just want to do something with computers, whatever the hell else, and they're not we don't have enough tradesmen right now.
Yeah. See, we've got them here.
That's why a lot of the south of the border people are coming here. You pick them up, pretty fast. They're willing to work.
We've got the tradesmen and the workers here, but they're still bringing in overseas workers. I don't understand it.
Well,
if you got enough tradesmen, we don't have enough here. We don't. We're losing tradesmen in the USA because of.
See what happens here.
The millennials don't want to do the job.
Nah, here what happens is, and Nathan knows this as well as I do. The companies are in the ears of the politicians, and the politicians are allowing it because the companies are paying these guys less than what they'd pay an Australian. So therefore their profit margin goes right up. but at the expense of Australian citizens. And we got plenty of guys here to do the work.
Yeah, there was an enormous amount of guys dodging child support, right? Who can't afford to work,
Yeah,
and there's a lot of guys who can't pass the drug test, so they can't go to work too.
Well,
yeah.
yeah, that's unfortunately in the construction world, that's drinking and drugs is unfortunately commonplace. I have that's one of the problems I have. Well, not really so much the drugs and drinking, whether I don't want that, but I can't get guys to pass background checks because they have been arrested before for drugs and different
S-
shit.
See, a lot of the time, that's not the issue. It's the fact that if they're still using it and they're drug tested on site, or they're tested before they get the job, that's where it affects it here. Um, I don't know what it's like up in Darwin, but I mean, if you've had drinking or drug offences in the past, uh, I think employers will still take you on as long as you can pass the drug tests.
It's in the mines, though.
Yeah, the mines are pretty strict on all that, but they're getting around that Higanti by taking different types of drugs that aren't in your system as long.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
Bad
they
drugs.
yeah, exactly. They go away for 2 or 3 weeks, and a couple of days before they come back, they jump off of them and come back and do a test, and they're all clear again.
Yep.
Yeah. My problem I have is I do work for a big chain, and everybody has to have a background check,
Yeah,
and they won't allow people who have had, depending on what it is, but if some type of felony or whatever, forget it. They won't be allowed to be on the job.
it's kind of. I mean, I can understand to a point, but at what stage do you say, okay, well, this guy deserves another chance? Should something haunt you for the rest of your life like that?
No, I agree. It shouldn't, but this is a big chain. These people are spending a shit ton of money, and I guess they don't want anything around it because they had problems before. Like I said, this is a very large company here in the USA,
Yeah,
and so. But anyway, yeah. So that's one of my problems is to get like I would even wouldn't mind hiring some of these southern of the border guys, but I can't have them on any of my jobs in case those inspector people come by.
yeah. I mean, what they do here is before you get the job, they'll test you, and then they do random testing on the job sites as well.
Yeah, some companies do the random testing, but here, like if an accident happens at all, like if you get hurt on the job or whatever, like I had hurt my hand, had to go to the doctor, and they drug tested me. So
Yeah, yeah. Oh, here, I mean, it depends on the job too. I mean, I got friends who are train drivers, and if they go through a signal, mate, they stop the train immediately, jump them, get them off, and test them straight away. Which I can understand. I mean, they got people's lives in their hands.
yeah, the liability and all their different insurance stuff they gotta deal with those things.
Yeah, yeah. So, what? You still driving around, or you home yet?
No, I actually just stopped at Walmart. I'm actually gonna take y'all inside there with me. I'm gonna go to Walmart and buy a couple things for later.
uh, Good old Walmart.
Wally World, man, I love Wally World. I know most people hate it. I kind of hate them overall, but when I used to travel for work, it was always Oop, I'll be right back. My wife's calling.
Okay, no worries.
Okay. Say
Yeah,
BK. That's the one, mate.
I probably won't be on for much
can-
longer.
Yeah, no worries. I want to get this Junior on board.
Me and Focus have had Junior on before.
Oh, okay.
He's a good guy. Yeah, he's been on the panel with us before. I think the times that he was on though was like real early hours of the morning, and we didn't have a lot of people watching. But yeah, he has been on. Okay, BK, you have a good day at work, mate.
Man, it's nice to meet you today. Wind picked up.
Well, we've still got a few people watching. Don't know why, but they are.
You know that you're talking about AI and that.
Yeah, yeah.
AI is not going to get dangerous until it can start writing its own code.
That's right, and become self-aware.
That's it.
And I guess the fear that some people have is, like, humans have taken thousands of years to advance, but AI could, advance itself 10,000 years in a matter of a day.
Yeah, well, you could imagine some computer if it finally did actually crack it, and then it plugged into all the other computers and got all the data, like all the scientific data.
Well, did you hear about Google? I think it's Google. It had two computers start actually talking to themselves,
Oh, okay. Wow.
and they turned them off, but they weren't too worried because they said it was all gobbledygook. It wasn't anything that was making sense.
Yeah.
But then again, how do they know it's not making sense to the computer?
They,
Yeah, well, probably was
said it would make a zoo for people or something to that effect. At the people zoo.
But yeah, they did have two computers that actually started talking to each other, which was not planned. It wasn't supposed to happen, and they end up shutting them down.
Yeah, cool. But yeah, once that computer come to the realization of our trajectory where we're going in this world, I could see it euthanizing us, mate.
Well, I guess it's like the sci-fi movies, like the
Yeah.
the later iRobot. It's pretty scary if it goes down that path. But I think, like Lost said, it, as possible as it is, it's probably not probable. But again, we just don't really know, and we're still in the infant stage of AI.
That's right.
But I'd seen on Joe Rogan, mate, they were showing a machine, and it was throwing tomatoes down a conveyor belt, and any green ones were thrown off the conveyor belt. But at the speed at which it did it was just insane. They had to slow the camera down for you to actually see it working.
Yeah.
It was amazing and scary at the same time. Maybe the computers talk different languages.
Yeah, but it's only programmed to operate for that color,
Yeah, BK. That you mean did understand? Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking. That the guys at Google might have thought that they were talking gobbledygook to each other, but who knows? The computers may have understood exactly what they were saying to each other. You just don't know. More than likely, though, it was just a ghost in the machine, and neither of them actually knew what was going on, and it was just a glitch. But it's scary to think that they started to talk to each other. I mean, that's some pretty crazy stuff right there.
Yeah, but I've had a telephone do that to me. I've had to go completely spastic,
Yeah.
right, and start ringing up everybody in my whole address book.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm riding my motorbike along, and it's making phone calls. And mate said, "Yeah, all I could hear is all this from motorbike and road noise." Yeah, to hang up and it'd ring me back again.
Shit.
What about like the movie Maximum Overdrive? What about a situation like that where, well, I think that one like a meteor struck and all
Yeah.
the machines in the world started killing the people.
That was the they had the AC/DC song "Who Made Who."
Oh yeah, that's right.
I remember that. I was in my 20s. That's a long time ago. Maximum
Yeah,
Overdrive.
it's an old movie.
Yeah, I reckon I was probably in my mid-20s when that movie came out.
Yeah, I think I was definitely a teenager.
Yeah, don't rub it in. Yeah.
I'm still a young whippersnipper compared to you.
Yeah. Again, don't rub it in. Thanks. Like I need to be reminded. How old are you, Nathan?
I'm 54.
Oh, yeah. So you're closer to my age anyway.
Yeah. I'm just a year behind you.
I'm 56.
Oh, okay, 2 years.
Focus keeps saying 55, even though I told him 56, but I don't want to keep picking him up on shit.
Actually, next week is my birthday. I'll be 46.
Oh, God. Yeah, rub it in.
It's getting old.
Well, I guess me and Nathan can say at least we've got to where we've got so far.
Yeah, that's it. Without dying.
Yeah, exactly.
Bonus.
Yeah. I don't think that's going to happen, BK. But you never know. Oh, geez. Yeah. We've got one guy walking around in Walmart, another guy sitting up in Darwin.
Yeah. One Belgianator.
Another idiot sitting in Adelaide. That's 6:24 a.m. Jesus.
2 Texans, 2 Aussies.
Who's the other Texan?
Samuel.
Ah, yep. Yeah, I haven't seen Samuel comment for a while, though. He might be just in the background listening, or actually,
What part of Texas is he from?
I'm not sure, but I know that Gene is doing a live stream, so he's probably over there. He seems to be a pretty flirty sort of character when he follows the girls around.
Flirty or pervy? Which one are you trying to say there? Sound like you were trying to be nice about it.
Oh, I don't want to be too judgmental.
Nah, I'm joking.
Not saying you're wrong, but I'm trying to be politically correct, or no, diplomatic. Let me have a look. Yeah, he's over there.
Sweet's got more listening than us.
She's got
10.
I just seen 8, and we got 6. So yeah, she's doing better than us. Oh damn! But then again, she's got boobs, so
This is it.
you got to expect that.
Yeah, that'll usually always win over.
So have I, but that ain't going to help me.
Yeah. Not the man variety.
Okay, Nathan, next time I do a live stream, if I think you're going to come on there, I'm going to title it "We Got Boobs." Probably still won't help us, but
no, won't help us at all.
oh shit! Oh god!
Won't help us at all. Whoop.
You just heard yourself, did you?
Yeah, that's it. On the delay.
Yeah, it's weird how that works. I mean, it's Google. It's Google Hangouts and Google on YouTube, but when you do the streams through Hangouts, it's amazing the length of delay between the Hangouts and the actual live stream on YouTube.
Yeah, and I think there's glitches, and it gets longer and longer as longer you live stream.
Ah, okay, yep.
Seems to be that way. From what I can see on other streams.
Well, we've just gone down to 4 watching.
That's it.
So let me have a look, see if Sweet just gained 2 of our viewers. I'm going to have to send her a message. Yep, she's got 11 now.
Yep. We're actually down to 3.
Holy, down to 2. It just dropped to 2. Back to 3. Maybe we got all the gay listeners now.
Maybe.
Well, that's scary. Oh, gone, popped up to 4. Holy shit. Oh, well, guys, I might end the stream. We only got a few watching now. I will do another one, and I'll try and get a topic that we can actually get right into.
You told everybody to check out the other things, so they had to all go over there real quick. Now they're all probably coming back.
Maybe, though we're down to 3 again. I watched a documentary the other day, Lost, on Zachariah Stitchin. As much as he has some really, really good theories, he's a little bit out there as well on some of them.
Yeah, I totally agree. I find it fascinating, and like how he has somehow translated all those things and believes what he believes. I just would, I just don't know how he got there. Like, he's not, well, he does show, how he translates those things, but it's like, how come nobody is remotely, or anybody mainstream wise anyway, is just not even on board with anything he is saying?
I think some of it could be for the same reason why no one wants to take Robert Schoch seriously with his theories on the Sphinx. Now, he's a geologist. He works on science and facts, but people don't want to believe that Egyptologists don't want to believe his theory about the Sphinx being water eroded and not wind eroded. Now, being a geologist, he's going to know more than an Egyptologist would, but it doesn't seem
to. A lot more people are getting behind him on that as far as, real scientists. Yeah, the Egyptians are not, because Egyptologists are not, because they feel their theory is more sound and they're just going to stick with what they know. But yeah, he's starting to get a lot more people backing with the water erosion over the wind erosion, for sure, though.
Well, suddenly, because the Egyptologists,
he's also putting out all those peer-reviewed papers, and people are starting to get behind it more. So
yeah, well, with the Egyptologists, the way I see it, it's suddenly they go from being experts to guys that are suddenly out of their depth that because they were so wrong in their dating of things. But Robert Schoch's definitely gaining ground, but it's taken a long time, and he's taken some big hits over it. But to me, Egyptologists work on guesses. Really, a lot of it is guessing and assumptions. Where Schoch is a geologist, so when he's looking at stonework, he's actually working on a science. You know, if he tells me, if you have a geologist tell me something is water eroded, not wind
Oh,
eroded.
I totally agree with you. Yeah, for sure. So I was trying to get you to listen to me there.
Look, there's he's lost out with his trolley.
Yeah, there's a site over here.
You accidentally crash your trolleys into the good-looking girls and go, "Oops, sorry."
No, just a little bit. You know, I don't do it that often.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I was looking at one there just a second ago.
Yeah, in black.
Right there. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that's what you were looking at.
Yeah, I figured if I was going to be on here, give y'all something to stare at for a moment anyway. We'll see. We'll do the live version of the people of Walmart here.
Yeah,
Sorry,
you look,
traffic jam. Oh, my
yeah,
phone's getting close to death now.
you're looking pretty dangerous with that trolley, mate.
Yeah, it was a lot of traffic jam going on right there. Well, I'm down to 5. Can you still see my camera?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm down to 5%. I didn't know if it was going to cut it off or not. Apparently,
He's gone.
that 5. Oh no, he's back. Oh, no, it's frozen on the Google Hangouts.
Yeah, he's gone.
I think that 5 seconds didn't last too long.
Yeah. Oh well, let's end this, eh?
Yeah, mate. Hey, Lefty, how you doing, mate? We're just about to leave, buddy. Thanks for everyone joining. We'll catch you again. Thanks for joining the panel there, Lost. Thank you, Nathan. Always good to talk to you.
No worries, Mark.
You have a good sleep, buddy. All right, guys.
Okay.
Thank you.
See ya.
See ya.